Hello, this is One News in English at 5. I'm Yanni Moutsios. These are today's top stories. Russia shuts down gas supply to Poland and Bulgaria, prompting crisis talks in capitals across Europe. The Interior Ministry of Moldova's breakaway region of Transnistria says Moldova territory came under attack from Ukraine. Local authorities soon to be able to provide the vulnerable households with power at lower rates thanks to a new bill on renewable energy sources. A 16-year-old girl taken to hospital in Larissa following symptoms similar to hepatitis. Doctors say there is no reason to be alarmed. Now let's start our news bulletin with Ukraine. Russia was accused of seeking to blackmail Europe as the energy giant Gazprom confirmed it halted gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria, prompting crisis talks in capitals across Europe. In a statement, Gazprom said it acted in response to the failure by the two European Union countries to make their payments in rubles. Bulgarian Prime Minister Kirill Petkov has said demands to change the payment scheme is a grave breach of a contract and amounts to blackmail. Both Bulgaria and Poland say they have sufficient stored energy for the foreseeable future. President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, condemned the move, saying that fellow European Union countries would come to Poland and Bulgaria's aid. The announcement by Gazprom that it is unilaterally stopping delivery of gas to customers in Europe is yet another attempt by Russia to use gas as an instrument of blackmail. This is unjustified and unacceptable, European Commission President said. However, the Speaker of Russia's lower house of parliament, the Duma, has said Gazprom made the right decision in fully suspending gas supplies to Bulgaria and Poland and said that Moscow should do the same with others unfriendly countries. Russia's defense ministry said that Caliber missiles had struck an arms depot in Ukraine's Zaporizhia region, housing weapons from the United States and European countries. Russian forces have established control over the settlement of Zarikhny after storming the settlement of Yabil, the Ukrainian military has said in its latest operational report. Russian forces were again attacking the Azovstal steel plant, where fighters and civilians are holed up in the southern city of Mariupol, an aide to the city's mayor said. Ukrainian forces caused a series of blasts across the Russian city of Belgorod near the Ukrainian border early Wednesday morning in retaliation to the Russian strike at an ammunition depot. Ukrainian presidential aide Mikhailo Podolyak described explosions heard in 3 Russian provinces bordering Ukraine as karma and payback for the war in Ukraine. He did not acknowledge, however, Ukraine was responsible for the incidents. Coming up next, Greece says it will assist Bulgaria after Russia cut off its gas supply. The Interior Ministry of Moldova's breakaway region of Transnistria has issued a statement on Wednesday morning claiming it came under attack from Ukraine. It said drones were spotted and shots were fired near Kolbanskna, which it claims contains one of the largest ammunition dumps in Europe. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he believes Russia is trying to destabilize the situation in the Transnistria region, while Ukrainian armed forces are ready for a possible escalation by Russian troops in the breakaway territory of Moldova. Greece will assist Bulgaria after Russia cut off its gas supply, Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis told his Bulgarian counterpart on Wednesday. The two prime ministers discussed the issue over the phone. A Greek unnamed source said that Athens could help Sofia by reversing the flow of the Turk Stream pipeline, a mechanism that has been used before. The pipeline supplies Russian gas to Greece via the Black Sea, Turkey and Bulgaria. Prime Minister Mitsotakis said the long-delayed gas link between the two neighboring countries, the interconnector Greece-Bulgaria, IGB, should be ready by June. Mitsotakis called an emergency meeting on Wednesday with energy sector representatives to discuss the impact of Gazprom's decision on Greece's gas supply, according to a statement released by the Prime Minister's office. Greece relies on Russian gas for more than 30% of its annual energy needs, and its next payment to Gazprom is due in May under a contract that expires in 2026. Athens has not clarified yet how it will make the payment, but has said that it may be able to indefinitely avoid gas supply problems even if Russia halts flows. Under a contingency plan, Greece has said it could get additional liquefied and pipeline gas from Azerbaijan and switch 4 gas-fired electricity plants to diesel. It will also ramp up coal mining in the next 2 years as a temporary measure. More to come. A strong earthquake jolted the Greek island of Kythera on Wednesday. There were no reports of serious damage or injuries. Local authorities will be able to provide vulnerable households with power at lower rates thanks to a bill over the simplification of the licensing of renewable energy sources submitted for public consultation on Wednesday. The proposed bill aims to minimize the average licensing time for renewable energy sources projects to 14 months from 5 years to increase the capacity of the electricity network to include more renewable energy sources units to develop electricity storage projects with an installed capacity of at least 3.5 gigawatts by 2030. Environment and Energy Minister Kostas Krekas said it is the government's goal to announce the first tenders for battery-powered storage units in the fall. Also on the program, medical examiner says Greek mafia boss Yanni was assassinated with 10 rounds. A strong earthquake jolted the Greek island of Kythera on Wednesday. There were no reports of serious damage or injuries. The Geodynamic Institute of Athens said the undersea earthquake had a preliminary magnitude of 5.2 and occurred at 4:51 a.m. local time, 41 kilometers off the island's northwestern coast. The quake had a depth of 60 kilometers. Efthymios Lekas, professor of geology and natural disaster management and president of the Organization for Anti-Seismic Planning and Protection, downplayed the earthquake and the risk of a larger one. More to come. A 16-year-old girl taken to hospital in Larissa following symptoms similar to hepatitis. Doctors say there is no reason to be alarmed. Medical examiners report on the assassination of the Greek mafia boss Yannis Kavtouros, killed at the mountainous region of Dervenochoria, showed that 10 out of 15 assault rifle rounds struck his body. Police authorities are in pursuit of an experienced assassin who acted under pressure while being in the public view. Police also believe the perpetrator may have been involved in other hits, executing death contracts. Kavtouros had been one of the most commonly known members of the so-called Greek mafia. He has previously been charged with blackmail, bomb attacks, kidnappings and escapes, and he was considered to be a close ally to the assassinated Vasilis Stefanakos and the currently imprisoned Panagiotis Vlastos, both known for connections with the Greek mafia. Kavtouros was assassinated on Monday afternoon while he was accompanied with friends and family celebrating Easter festivities. Kavtouros' daughter as well as his father-in-law were injured and were treated at hospital. Eyewitnesses told police that the perpetrators were 4 riding bikes, though it is believed that more collaborators may have been present in the area. 2 of the assassins rode off the bikes, walked in the house yard, and opened fire towards Kavtouros and his family. Forensic teams retrieved 15 empty cells from the crime scene. It was reported that Kavtouros did not manage to draw his gun, though he carried. A 16-year-old girl was taken to hospital today in Larissa following symptoms similar to hepatitis. The young girl was subjected to medical tests, having suffered high fever, whereas she scored high in the liver indexes. Clinical condition of the girl is mild. Doctors claim that the girl's case is not related to the acute hepatitis cases as seen in the rest of Europe. Gikas Majorkinis, professor of epidemiology at the Medical School of University of Athens, said the virus causing hepatitis to children is almost 90% certain that it is already in Greece, though he noted that the virus is not alarming based on the data available for the time being. That's all from us for now. Next news bulletin at 6 o'clock in Greek. Thank you for watching.